What grade did you give President Obama? He gives him a D. I thought it was a distinction because in the British context, a distinction is the equivalent of the American A.
That's
Well, you know, the professor is entitled to his grade. I give the President Obama, much better grades, but I don't give him an A for perfect. I don't think his Africa policy has been perfect, but for me, that is a superficial issue. The more important issue is why. Whatever grade you give him, why did he wind up that way? Because it seems to me there are two important things I look at. The United States is an imperfect democracy, but pretty democratic. The president is elected by the people. Congress is an institution that holds his feet to the fire. You know, we mentioned Cuba. He's not going to get an ambassador confirmed to Cuba because Congress is furious at him for opening up the embassy. He's done what he can.
We know that he's a democracy. Is he elected in an election that is deemed to be free, fair, credible, and transparent?
In the United States,
yes.
I think sufficiently. No election is perfect. So U.S. elections are not perfect. But the point is, I think that he does reflect the feelings of the American people twice, in 2008 and 2012. He was elected fairly, and this particular Congress, I think, given the point that the professor made about George Bush, I think you have to look at their circumstance, okay? Obama has been attacked and demonized simply for having Kenyan parentage. George Bush didn't get any of that. George Bush crashed the economy so that when he was helping Africa, he had better economics to deal with. Moreover, George Bush was pushed. People cite the health issues, I mean, HIV and PEPFAR that he did for Africa. I think you have to look at how he came to that. A constituency pushed him to do that, the evangelicals. So frankly, as we sit here, we three are African-born residents of the United States. So regardless of what grade one gives President Obama for his Africa policy, and let me repeat, I don't give him perfect marks, but I give him slightly better than the professor has given him. But I say we have to look in the mirror. We are not organized. We don't have a strong voice. We don't push him. Even when you look, I mean, I talked with Gwen Michael at Georgetown. I know her well. As the professor mentioned, she's sort of semi-Ghanaian. So we are very close. But how do you get appointed? You get appointed by being part of the president, those who work for him.
Right.
I did a little bit of work for the president. The point is that we need to organize, play our cards well so that we get appointed. And once we get appointed, we have to push whoever is president. We have to hold their feet to the fire. It seems to me that we, the Africans here, are not sufficiently organized. We sit back and we say, well, his father is from Kenya, so he should solve all of Africa's problems. And I think that is wrong.